Drama follows Real Madrid and Florentino Perez wherever they go. If it's not trying to peel away from Europe's historic footballing structure and start a European Super League, it's the constant waging war against the referees in Spain. Or it's the embarrassing boycott of the Balon d'Or ceremony because their boy didn't win, which, by the way, was a vote. And by the way, on that Balon d'Or, it's probably because they had other Real Madrid players in the top 5, which distributed the votes away from Vinicius that saw Rodri winning. And now, there's something else. There's the Copa del Rey final controversy, where Real Madrid were reportedly going to boycott it because they didn't like the referee. They've since gone back on that, and we're going to learn a little bit more. And the head of the league, Javier Tebas, has come out and said some pretty crazy and dramatic stuff on X. Really wild stuff, actually. Look, disclaimer, Real Madrid are, of course, the biggest football club in the world. They won 15, Champions League, European Cups. A European Cup, by the way, that they're so keen to pull away from to start their own Super League, which would almost undermine and erase those 15 European Cups, those Champions League they've won. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. They basically just want money. They want more money. And in my perspective, that's turning their back on their great, illustrious European history that's made them the biggest team in the world, the Galacticos. They're lost. But we are talking about an incredibly important and the biggest football team in the world. So, disclaimer to any Madridistas or whatever you call them coming here thinking I'm just calling them some muggy little club, because I'm not. But the behaviour, for a multitude of reasons, in a multitude of instances here, has been nothing short of embarrassing. It really has. So anyway, welcome back to Football Yannick. If you want to, if you're interested in my commentary and my thoughts on football, you're welcome to hang out. Everyone is welcome here. So thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm going to cite Football 365 for a little bit of information of what's happening. This has obviously escalated in the last couple of days. So Real Madrid have confirmed that the Copa del Rey final will go ahead after it was reported they were considering a boycott. Of course, a boycott, the word boycott they've got history with. Like I said, the Balon d'Or, when they thought Vinicius Jr. was going to win it, they decided no one affiliated with Real Madrid is going to go to the Balon d'Or ceremony. And there was meant to be loads, including Ancelotti, who won Manager of the Year. There was like 3 players in the top 5 in terms of the Balon d'Or ranking. But because Rodri won it, Vinicius didn't, they threw their toys out the pram. And it's mental, really. Like Vinny could have won, but it was no obvious. I mean, Rodri, look at Man City without Rodri, how important Rodri was. And, Spain as well, the Spanish national team. I don't know, there was hardly a travesty for me. I know we've done this before on the channel, but it still blows my mind. Look at other players, like how Vinny's been performing since. And Vinny's Balon d'Or season has been outscored by lots of other people as well recently. It's all a bit silly. The final of this year's Copa del Rey was thrust into doubt amid ongoing conflict between Real Madrid and the officiating team assigned to the match against Barcelona. So it's a Clásico Cup final. Speaking to reporters, referee Ricardo de Burgos Bengoethea, I don't speak Spanish, excuse my pronunciation. The referee that was been assigned to the final, he broke down into tears when discussing a video posted by Real Madrid's TV channel. So the official Real Madrid TV channel, which scrutinized the errors he made against Carlo Ancelotti's side. Hold on. I'd get it if it was El Chiringuito, that sort of tabloidy, silly, Spanishy football show, but Real Madrid's official channel. That's like Liverpool TV, Man United TV, or like Chelsea TV analysing, Anthony Taylor and be like, look what he's done here, Fans may agree with it, but it is not professional. He said, the referee said this: to see your son come home from school crying because some kids have said his dad is a crook is very hard to take. Yeah. What do I tell my son? That his father is honourable. I make mistakes like any athlete, but I am honourable. I want my son to be proud of his father and of the refereeing profession. Nobody has the right to submit my colleagues to what they are dealing with. Yeah. In a remarkable statement, the Real Madrid blasted the referee. Unacceptable, his comments. Real Madrid considers the public statements today made by referees designated to the Copa del Rey final, scheduled to be held by tomorrow, to be unacceptable. Why? These protests, which have surprisingly focused attention on videos from a media outlet protected by freedom of expression, such as Real Madrid TV, deliberately carried out 24 hours earlier against one of the finals participants, demonstrate once again the clear and manifest animosity and hostility of these referees towards Real Madrid. It's a conspiracy! Yucky. It's just... Look, you want to talk about refereeing conspiracy? Chelsea versus Barcelona. That's all I'm saying. Imagine if that happened to this iteration of Real Madrid. Perez's head would explode. Excuse me. Even more surprising statements in a threatening tone, alluding to the referee's unity, were used to announce alleged measures of actions that fall far short of the principles of fairness, objectivity, and impartiality that should prevail just hours before a football event that captures the attention of hundreds of millions of people from around the world. Given the seriousness of what happened, Real Madrid hopes that those responsible for the RFEF and the refereeing body will act accordingly, adopting the necessary measures to defend the prestige of the institutions they represent. Shut up, you knobber! So after all this, we're hoping that you referee a game. It is... Look, I don't meticulously watch Spanish La Liga football in and out, so if you do, if there's an obvious and clear... conspiracy to take down Real Madrid. But from the outside looking in, from what I've seen, from the words that have come out of Perez's mouth about the Super League, about young people not wanting to watch 90-minute matches and their attention spans, about how everyone wants to Super League, and speaking for the football, it's vomit-inducing, speaking on behalf of the football fan, like he knows what football fans in England, the rest of Europe, Asia, and Africa want, is abhorrent. Actually, some of the stuff he's come out with, the petty childish boycott of the Balon d'Or, just total lack of respect, and there's just this constant conspiracy. It's like what Jose Mourinho is doing in Turkish football. Do you know it's the same thing that's happening in Real Madrid and La Liga? So I got crazy hay fever still. I've doubled up on the tablets, but snotty as hell, baby. Real Madrid were also furious with the Spanish Football Association for refusing to remove the referee from Saturday's game. With Fabrizio Romano saying, quote, "They are set to cancel open training, the press conference, and the club's dinner, and various mainstream outlets have since confirmed this." A report from Marca claimed that Real Madrid were even considering not playing against Barcelona. And maximum tension before the final. Maximum tension, guys! So, yeah. A later statement from Real Madrid confirmed the match will go ahead. Because, yeah, I mean, it is so embarrassing. Now, Javier Tebas, which is the big dog, he's the president of La Liga of Spanish football. I mean, he is quite a character himself. I need to sneeze one sec. Also, I think I just had a massive sneezing fit. I need to dust my office, man. Because every time I come in here, I just start sneezing like a nutter. Right. We're going to read a tweet, or a post on X, should I say, from Javier Tebas, the head presidente of La Liga. He says this, with loads of X's and stop signs before each statement. He doesn't like Tebas because he doesn't do what he wants. He doesn't like Seferin because he doesn't do what he wants. He doesn't like Luzan because he doesn't do what he wants. He doesn't like TV commentators because they don't say what he wants. They do not want to move forward with the arbitration reform because it's not what he wants. And now, after the referee statements, fed up with the constant harassment from Real Madrid TV, he as he knows how. He responds as he knows how. He suspends a press conference. He skips training. He disdains the officials' acts of the cup final. He leaks that he will not be present at the cup final. And this is obviously a translated tweet, hence the broken English. What fine skin. He doesn't protest, he pushes. He doesn't complain, he threatens. He doesn't disagree, he punishes. He doesn't want to improve football, he wants his own football. Oh, church! Preach! And the worst thing is not that he tries. The serious thing is that many allow it, consent to it, and help it. He's got enablers. Florentino Perez has enablers. Wow, what statement though. Quite poetic. I mean, Tebas, I must say, is a bit of a knobber himself, for those who know. But the drama is of potent quality and absolutely incredible stuff, really, if you look at it. Look, man, this ain't new to me. I've always known Perez behaves like this, and for a long, long time. It's part of the football theatre of football. He's one of the main villains in football. And this is how it goes. Again, no disrespect to Real Madrid fans. This is just how it looks like from the outside in. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I hope to see you back here. I do. Peace.